Go.
Pop a top and pour a pint. It's time for the Spit or Swallow Beer Review with your hosts, Shagdog and Jammer. We're diving into the frothy depths of hops, malts, and barley, unearthing truths one brew at a time. Remember, every sip tells a story, and every comment, like, share, and subscribe continues to write ours. So, let's raise a toast to the world of beer, banter, friends, and family. Cheers!
Cheers. Cheers. Hey, it's been a Swallow Beer Shagdog. I'm here with Jammer's #1 fan and the beer reviews #1 fan, Jammerfan.
Hey, what can I say? I'm a degenerate.
That's right.
This is it just like this is a natural place a degenerate would just end up. So thanks, man. I'm your biggest fan.
I'm not sure if it's a compliment or a stab.
Dude, Spit or Swallow Beer Review is awesome, man. We haven't talked in a while, Shagdog. Last time we talked, I was harassing you with voice clips of me as Obama. Remember?
Yeah, I tell you, the last couple you sent me, I was like, wow, you're starting to get better. Like, you're getting better. I was like,
thanks, man. It's, my Biden is kind of irrelevant now, though, because Biden's long gone. I don't think we're going to see or hear much of him. I like how he pardoned, I tried to be on Biden's side, but he pardoned everybody. He's like, no joke. I'm pardoning my whole entire family in all of America.
Is that a joke?
I was talking shit about Biden. Come on, I usually am on Biden's side. You should take a win for the team, man. I'm talking shit about Biden.
The big one about Trump and even Obama is the word. I mean, try to get the accent, whatever, down a little bit, but the word and the body language. Of course, if you're doing it in front of somebody, body language is a big one too. You got to have body language. That's a big one. There's one guy I used to work with. He would imitate other workers. Now, he didn't have their exact voice.
But he would do the body language. Yeah,
body language was superb, and the word, and he knew the word for word, and he had them. I
do a good Nicolas Cage, which I won't do right now because it kind of hurts my throat. But Julia says I look like Nicolas Cage when I do it, and she's like, "That's the key. Like, if you can look like the person somehow, when you just take over their persona."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you could, because Jim Carrey was good at it too. I mean, he did a good voice impersonation of most of them, but he could do the facial. Definitely do the facial of a lot of those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
When he did impersonations. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I won't do any impersonations on here because it'll probably be last time I did, I think there was a viewer that got really angry. He's like, your impersonation sucks, stop. And I was like, come on, man, it's a work in progress. But I like talking shit to you is Trump or Obama. That makes me happy. It was more for my benefit. I was like, I'm just doing these impressions because Julia's the only one that will listen to my impressions. Everybody else is like, my mom will. She'll be like, your impressions are really great. I'm like, thanks, Mom. You have to say, that's like one of my shitty pictures I brought home from school. She's like, oh, this is great. You're an artist. This is great. And they were like, shitty sick people. Like,
shit, my mother's the total opposite. I'll have even if I do something good, she'll be like, you're an asshole.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be like, you're an idiot.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Here's to Italian mothers.
Yeah, my mom.
I'm doing Yuengling Traditional Lager.
Yeah, let's talk about the beers for a minute. Yuengling Lager. That's the original, right? That's kind of the base. That's their flagship.
That's their flagship. Yeah, their flagship beer.
Is it an amber lager, kind of, in a way, or no?
Yeah, it is considered, according to Beer Advocate, red amber lager. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not really an amber lager, right? It's like they took a Pilsner and added a little caramel malt to it to kind of.
You would think so because it don't taste like, just for instance, like a Sam Adams or a Brooklyn lager or.
Can you hold it up to the light? I can't tell the color. I can sort of tell the color, but yeah, there we go. Yeah. No, I can see it now. Yeah. It looks ambery. It's amber adjacent. Amber adjacent.
Kind of an amber gold, I guess you could call that.
Yeah, amber adjacent. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, I would say maybe a burnished gold. Burnished gold.
I mean, it's in an amber lager style, but I think you got more to it. Like Jammer says, he tastes corn in this. So, I mean, you might want to say it might be an adjunct. Who knows?
Yeah, I bet they probably don't use like corn syrup like some of the big guys do, but they probably got some corn in there, like maybe
corn bread.
Yeah, I can see that. Corn bread and corn flakes, that does have a certain sweetness, right? And I think the amber malts, they put just enough probably to accent the sweetness of that corn, right? Then you're in corn. I mean, does it come out in the beer like that? It's been a while since I've had the lean.
To me, it's more the smell than the taste, actually, but
okay.
It does have a sweet, malty corn smell, or something,
Nice.
Yeah, I like it, though. It's pretty good. I like it.
So I've got
they sell that there in Colorado, or no? They don't have it yet.
So I haven't seen it very much in Colorado. I think you can get it here, but it's like very hard to find.
You Democratic states have to stick together, share bears.
But we get Rainier here. I get hams. I get Rainier. I get lots of in fact, I can get 6 packs of Tall Boys, the tall Rainier, for it's $6.99 for a 6-pack of 16 ounces of Rainier at Walmart here. That's you got to admit that's badass. Don't you guys like that? I thought you and Jammer liked Rainier.
I didn't like Rainier too much. I like Olympia, but that's not sold anymore, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Olympia is probably better. I haven't had it, but I'm guessing it is. But
well, they don't sell it anymore either.
I don't know. But I don't really, Colorado is such an oversaturated market that I think some companies are just like, we don't want to sell there. But I've seen Yuengling. I mean, I think it's kind of like a special order kind of thing. You can get it here, but there's not places buying it in bulk, if that makes sense.
Right.
I've seen some bars that have had it on draft. I think it might just be like draft only, because I remember back in my craft beer days in Arizona in the early 2000s, there were beers that I could get on draft that they didn't have in bottles.
Right.
So I could get Pliny the Elder, the famous beer. I'm sure you know about Pliny, right? I could get Pliny on draft, but nobody sold bottles of it. Dude, here I'm up to my knees in Pliny. I could buy Pliny the Elder anytime I want. And I'll be honest with you, I've probably had it 10 times. It's expensive, dude. It's fucking $10 for a pint.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen it anywhere in Florida or here in South Carolina. They might have it some places, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I mean, $9.99 is expensive for a 16.9 ounce bottle, dude.
Yeah.
And I've done it 10 times. So I'm basically already $70 deep in Pliny. And they also have Blind Pig and Unforgiven. There's or some kind of, there's Consecration or some kind of they have a bunch of sours. So they basically do IPAs and sours. But Blind Pig is Pliny the Elder's younger brother. It's also very good. It's 6.5%. Pliny the Elder is more like a double IPA, and Blind Pig is their IPA / pale ale maybe. But Blind Pig is still $5.99 a bottle. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, I was at the grocery store today and grocery shopping, and this is the best thing my local Kroger had to offer: Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
And I also got a Bud Ice with the Blue Moon. This is kind of this is for the buds. The Blue Moon is for the connoisseur in me,
Yeah, the Bud Ice would be a chaser for me with Blue Moon.
I'm doing kind of both at once. Now, tell me if I made the right choice, Shagdog. It was either Voodoo Ranger IPA from the Belgian or Blue Moon. That was the two basically craft options at my grocery store in that format. I just wanted to get some Tall Boys. I didn't want to.
I hate Blue Moon, so I would have went with the Voodoo Ranger.
You would have went Voodoo Ranger?
Yeah. I
don't know, man. I've always loved wheat beers, but let's see how it stacks up. They supposedly changed the recipe last year. So any Blue Moon you have had for the past year going forward is a new recipe.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? They did that with Fat Tire and they screwed it up. They fucked up Fat Tire.
Yeah,
They
last
fucked
time
it up
I had
so
it,
bad.
I was like, "This is different." So I didn't even know they changed that.
Yeah, no, they
Tastes different.
changed it like a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
It made big waves in the beer community. And it was so much so, there was a Fort Collins, Colorado exclusive release called Fat Tire 88. It's basically the 1988 recipe of Fat Tire. And man, oh, that was so good. It's even better than the original Fat. It's like the original recipe they tried as like a pilot beer when the guy invented Fat Tire. Like the guy that invented Fat Tire, like that was his first shot at it. And man, it was so biscuity and tasty. And then I was like, fuck, this is amazing. And it was like 6.8% ABV too. It was just like a bigger beer. It was just like almost an imperial Fat Tire. Dude, it was so good. And they only had it for like a month or two and it sold out. And it was $10.99 for a 6-pack anyway. So I was like, fuck off for that. You know, it's man, but that was a year ago. Now, dude, I was at a fucking Target and they're selling 6-packs of like lager for $12.99. I've seen some mid-level shitty beer for $11.99 or $12.99 a 6-pack.
What's crazy is 10 years ago you could find 12 packs for $9-10 at $10, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not the real good stuff, but the right, Miller Lite or whatever,
Yeah. And it's crazy. So when these breweries are getting bought up, did you know that Sam Adams Boston Lager also got radically changed? I was never a big Boston Lager fan. I actually like it better now, but it was a Vienna lager, and I don't know how much you've had of Boston Lager, but it does have this almost coppery, bitter, minerally, like European hop flavor that kind of floats in the background. Sam Adams to me wasn't an easy drinking beer. It was flavorful, but it got too bitter. It got too cloying. Now
when I first had it many years ago, back in 2000, 2003, something, I was like, wow, this is pretty good. Probably the first somewhat craft beer I did at that time. But
now you don't like it as much.
I haven't had it, and because they came out with it in the variety packs all the time. It was always in the variety packs.
Yeah, it was always in the variety packs. So not only did they change it, but it's not in the variety packs anymore. So I got the Sam Adams Spring Variety Pack, which, dude, the Spring Variety Pack came out in like January 17th or 18th or something like that. It was like already out. Like the fall, like the spring one, they're always so ahead. Like you always get the Halloween packs in like September.
What's funny is too, they used to be like, early September they were coming out for like the fall ones, and then
now it's like August 30 something, August 31st. Yeah, something crazy.
July you can find something. I was like, I found some Oktoberfest like July, the third week of July. I was like,
but I forgot the name of it, but they had some new spring beer they were piloting, and it was pretty tasty, man. I want to say it was like a Dortmunder export lager or something like that.
Shiner had a really good Dortmunder.
Shiner has it, but I never see it anymore though. I haven't seen the Dortmunder for a while.
They just continued the Shiner one back after 2015 or 16. That's the last time I've seen it.
And then they also had a golden ale. I think I may have bought separately from the variety pack, but it's called Breakaway Golden Ale. And it's got a really high score on Beer Advocate. It's probably the best golden ale I've ever tried. Because it's more of like a pale ale than a golden ale, but I think they use the golden ale malts, it's called Sam Adams Breakaway Gold or something like that. But that one was pretty good. So they have some good ones, but what's interesting is that they're not the Boston Lager. You should try it now, dude. It's been completely changed. It's probably closer to Yuengling, honestly, than it is to the old, because now it's just like easy drinking, and they're not trying to push it in the variety packs anymore. Before they were always you got screwed, yeah.
There's the Boston Ale was good too, but I haven't seen
the Boston Ale is good. Yeah,
I haven't seen that in a long time. It's hard to find.
Sam Adams is hit or miss, and in Colorado, I usually just ignore them altogether because there's so many options. But I don't know, man. The nostalgia, like I still pick up Leinenkugels every once in a while too. I get their amber lager because it's just nostalgic for me,
Yeah, it's sad that they closed down their brewery. And
they did. I heard that. Yeah, fuck, man, that sucks.
I don't know how many people, 300 people lost their jobs, but they're going to be brewing all in the Milwaukee, Miller, or whatever.
Yeah. So I'll
And
there's a little.
the Leinenkugel employees all got together. We're going to try to buy it.
Oh, they were.
But they're declined, So yeah.
So can you read that? This is the little thing they have on the front of it now. I guess I'll just read it.
Yeah.
It says 1995, expertly crafted in Colorado. Okay, cool. I always forget they technically are in Colorado. Brightly brewed with Valencia orange peel, subtle or orange peel, not people. They didn't put Trump in here. There's no orange people in this beer. Sorry. But yeah, so Valencia orange peel.
If you notice, Trump's not that orange anymore.
I know he's not. They toned it down. They toned down the color, and he wasn't really that. He was just tan. It's always been a meme, But there were a couple times, and you know what? Like depending on the lighting and what camera they use and stuff like that, they definitely were trying to overplay the orange and not. Trump's always had a target on his back. I'm not the hugest Trump fan, but he's always been harassed by the media and just stuff like that. Like,
yeah, especially since he's done the.
Yeah.
I mean, he was even loved, I think, when he had his TV show. I mean, I didn't hear people hate on him too much. A little bit, maybe. But as soon as he started running for president, they actually laughed at him, of course. He's not going to win. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's been laughed at a lot. I mean, honestly, no matter what your opinion of Trump is, he's going to have a place in the history books that people are going to look back at and be like, oh, shit. Like, I mean, he won. He's won two out of three of the elections that he, went through. So
second president to run,
unconsecutive. Yeah, unconsecutive. Yeah.
Was it Garfield or I forget who the other one was. Garfield.
I think it was Garfield. Sounds right, but I'm a big fan of the cartoon, so I may be biased.
Yeah, let's Google and see who it was.
Yeah. Go to the old Google stick. Yeah.
Ran for president and then skipped a term and then won again. Best way to say it, right?
According to Wikipedia, Stephen
Grover Cleveland.
March 18th, 18.
Grover. Yeah.
Garfield, Grover Cleveland, Stephen Grover Cleveland. Hey.
Yeah, Grover. It kind of sounds like a Muppet. Like, was Grover on? Was there a guy called Grover on Sesame Street or no?
I think it was Groper. I don't know.
Groper?
Was there anybody named Groper on Sesame Street? Grover? I think there was a Grover. Yeah, there was a Grover. Yeah, the blue dude. The blue dude.
Okay.
Yeah, the blue guy. I remember him.
All right. That's why. Yeah, I always thought.
How come they didn't turn Grover into like a baby and then make him like Elmo? Hi, I'm Grover.
I know. Yeah, I'm Grover Cleveland. Like some fucking Muppet Baby shit. Remember that cartoon Muppet Babies?
I gotta go potty. Yeah.
You were probably too old for Muppet Babies. It was on in like 90 or 91.
Oh, the cartoons?
Yeah, Muppet Babies, the cartoon.
I watched it, because I was like, oh, I got a cartoon for the Muppets, because I remember the Muppets, of course, but when the Muppet Baby cartoons came out, I was like, Muppet, baby.
Yeah. It was like Muppet Babies will make your dreams come true.
Kind of like a 50-ish song.
Yeah, it was like a 50-ish thing. Yeah, no, it was like, I can do a good falsetto. A falsetto is when you do like a high voice,
Yeah. I could do it once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Certain Kiss songs and
once in a what? Shagdog? What did you say? Once in a what?
Blue moon. You got it.
Sorry. I wanted to make sure you got those advertising dollars. Blue Moon's going to probably send you a 5-cent check now.
Hey,
you made about five. You made about I think you get like 5 cents per viewer. So minus me. Well, if you count me, you're going to have 5 cents. You got it coming though, but
25 cents if I'm lucky.
25 cents. A couple of nickels. You got it, man. Like that's funny. But yeah, the last thing I'll say on Trump is I think it's hilarious how he is already talking so much shit and pissing off so many countries, but making them grovel. Like they're like, oh, fuck you. And then like 10 hours later, they post on social media, never mind, Donald Trump's great. And my president, I'm going to send my presidential plane.
Well,
to
when
go
he's
pick up
threatening,
the immigrants.
yeah, when he's threatening tariffs, like the Colombian president trying to drop the immigrants off. No, we ain't accepted them. Well, we're going to put a whatever percent tariff on you. If you don't accept them by next week, it's going to be 50%. You know,
Yeah.
okay. Because I mean,
Dude,
I don't know how much money we get from Colombia, how much product we buy, but supposedly it's $1 billion worth of product. So
it would have affected coffee the most. I don't drink coffee, so I was just like, bring it on, like, but coffee would have been affected.
I'm sure
Dude,
some type of vegetables or something, but
because of fucking inflation, it's already $10 for like a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So if Trump hit Colombia with 50%, dude, it'd be like $15 for a cup. And at what point, like that,
really,
that's gonna put Starbucks out of business, really.
That's
like
the reason why Starbucks is that high though, because they're paying their employees too high.
Yeah, they do have like good benefits for the employees on there, but
if you buy the coffee and brew it yourself at home, and it costs you about 20 cents, 50 cents a cup, something like that. Right?
Yeah, it's still doable, but I guess coffee is already going to go up. And yeah, eggs was like a huge thing during the election, and they're pretty high right now. That doesn't. Trump just came into office, so you can't blame him for that. But eggs are
the bird flu, though. The bird flu.
The bird flu, yeah, the bird flu is fucking sad.
Yeah. And that started in December, really. So
it did. I don't blame Trump for the eggs. Yeah, it's been a week.
And 2 years ago, the same thing happened, and it came back down. Once
they come back down. Yeah, eggs are kind of a weird commodity, like gas that goes up and down.
Eggs. I mean, if you're a single person, still they're cheap enough. If you buy a dozen of eggs, a 2-egg meal. It's a pretty cheap meal, actually.
Dude, so I probably buy I get the one at Walmart where they saw it in half and you can just buy like the 6-pack of eggs. And we use like 6 eggs a month. I don't use eggs that much. So and I think that one last time I was there was like $2, $2.89 for the 6-pack or something.
Yeah, but you're paying more per egg though with those small.
I know, but dude, they'll go bad in my fridge though. We just don't eat eggs a lot here. I'm just not like a.
You guys kind of have an egg souffle.
Yeah, I don't know. I like eggs. I hate cracking the shell, and they're so messy. I don't like eggs because
you have to be a real man. You have to get Julia making some potato salad with eggs and half-boiled eggs, or macaroni salad. Throw the eggs in. You gotta get her egg in it.
Yeah, well, I make a good breakfast burrito, so she likes a good breakfast burrito. I make a good bacon, egg, cheese, and potato breakfast burrito with fresh made pico de gallo in there. It's pretty good. Like fresh same day. I mean, I make the pico de gallo in the morning. My pico de gallo is simple: jalapeno, white onion, tomato, lime juice, cilantro. That's it. I don't even put salt in it because there's plenty of salt in the bacon and cheese.
Yeah. Hey, I was looking at a thing today, and Colorado is the lowest obesity percentage population of all the states in the U.S.
It's because there's so many trails here. I mean, I'm obese, so I guess I don't count, but I would be more obese if I didn't have all these trails to walk on all the time. Like some days I'll walk 3 or 4 hours a day because I can walk out of my house. I don't even have to drive anywhere. There's just trails and parks and places to hike, and just everywhere you go, there's like physical activities, and it's like encouraged. You're like encouraged to like walk around and be active.
And that's what I was thinking too, because most Coloradians, you're walking uphill most places you go. If you have to walk, you're probably walking uphill. Occasionally downhill, but you're going to have to walk back uphill if you go down.
It is the Mile High City. I'm actually at a higher elevation than even Denver, so I'm more than a mile high.
Where are you at again? What's the name of the city?
Fort Collins. It's where it's where Odell's brewed. It's where New Belgium. New Belgium's also brewed in Asheville. Is it North Carolina? Is Asheville in North Carolina?
Yeah. Well, if it's still there, I don't know if it's still there after that.
Yeah. No, they still have their brewery there in Nashville.
Okay, because they got hit pretty hard with that Hurricane Helene. We got hit hard here. I went to get my oil change today. Town is about 20, 30 miles away. And there's trees down still all over the place around here. It's like crazy.
Shit. Damn.
I mean, they're not in the road, but if you go by a wooded area and you look out in the woods, there's like fucking trees all over the place. is down.
What do you driving these days? For a while you were going car free because you got screwed on some Carvana deal and you didn't buy something or something happened.
No, I bought a car right after that. The Carvana deal. I was going to buy a car on Carvana, but I think it was caught up in those floods they had in New Jersey from one of those global warming hurricanes they had or whatever. Because I put a bid on it, I got it, but it's still under repair, still in the shop because they sent them to Arizona or some shit. I'm like, well, fuck. And I said, man, it's been 3 months. I'm canceling this order. And then after I canceled, oh no, it's almost ready. But I was like, yeah, it's too late. But I'm thinking, man, New Jersey had those floods. I wonder if got caught in a flood and they're fixing that car up because they got fucked up at 5 feet of water or whatever. But after that, I did buy a Chevy Trax eventually.
Okay. How's that going?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It gets me around. It was a 2002 Chevy Trax. I bought it brand new. It was only
nice.
It was 24,000 or something. So I put $10,000 down, so my car payment isn't that much.
Oh, okay. That's smart, man, because interest will get you.
Yeah. I got 3.3% interest on that shit too. I don't know if that's because that was in 2022, July 2022. I bought it. So right before interest really started jumping up.
Yeah. So Julia and I, it was March 2021, and I was like, hey, I feel like it's a good time to buy a new car. And it was before inflation really started to hit, and we got a brand new Subaru Impreza Sport for now they're like 30,000. We got it for like 22 then, and 0.9% interest. Yeah, and fuck, the payments are like 425 or 450. I think it's like 450, which isn't bad for like a new car. Now like a Subaru Impreza Sport.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's got 4-wheel drive. It's got the sport package. It has bucket seats. It has these like sports car looking bucket seats in it. It's got leather wrapped steering wheel. We got the Colorado package, which is basically heated side mirrors. The windshield wipers are heated. They have these little like heaters hooked up to them. So when it's super cold as fuck, you have like heated windshield wipers, which is huge, dude. When shit's like icing up, heated seats. It's kind of like we didn't get the heated steering wheel though because that was too expensive.
Very huge with the wipers.
Trump. Very huge windshield wipers, best we've seen. They're heated. Very amazing. Very amazing. We've got the best windshield wipers. They're very hot. They're going to cut through that ice. We're going to make America great again, Shagdog.
Yeah.
Is that at least decent? Is that decent?
That's all right. It's all right. You got to get your wording down. You got to get a script. I think you can do better. I think you can.
Yeah, the vocabulary. And Julia thinks I sound more like an Italian mobster than Trump, but it's the same thing, basically, right? Italian mobster, Donald Trump.
Like German Italian, right?
Yeah. Some people said you have to go a little more poignant with Trump. Sometimes he is very soft-spoken. He's a little more soft-spoken. He's not just like, I'm going to do this. Sometimes Donald Trump, he talks like this. It's a little lighter. Like.
Yeah, I got shot in my ear. I was almost killed.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
I still believe. He's in my top 10 still for the Antichrist. If I do a top 10 Antichrist show, he's in the top 10. I don't know where I'm going to place him. Because, and a big reason now, Elon Musk hit him, like going like that.
Yeah, dick to dick, yeah.
In Revelation, it says the false prophet, Elon Musk, will bring fire down from the sky. What does Elon Musk do with his rockets? They come back down.
And they fire. They land too. They land and it fires. It fires a jet.
He's bringing fire down from the sky.
Oh shit! Yeah. You just blew my world, Shagdog. It's a crazy theory, man.
When I was watching some Revelation, I wouldn't even think about Elon Musk with that shit. I've heard it before, But when I was watching some Revelation thing talking about the false prophets bringing fire down from the sky, I was like, wait, doesn't Elon Musk bring rockets down from the sky? And yeah, okay, got me.
Well, hey,
So
I'm going to inject
I did vote for Trump. So if he is the Antichrist, I did vote for the Antichrist. But
Oh,
I'm
you
okay
didn't?
with that.
No way. You
No, I
have Trump
did.
shirts and
I
stuff.
did.
Oh,
Yeah, I did vote for him. But I'm saying
I thought you
if he
said
is
you
the
didn't. I
Antichrist,
was like,
I
bullshit. Yeah.
fucked up.
You're like, yeah, you come before God, and you're like, sorry about that one, God. I didn't have very good choices. It was either Kamala or Trump. or Kamala. I guess that people make a big deal about that. But all right, man. Well, the head already faded, but I poured some of this Blue Moon. I will say it's not as cloudy as the old Blue Moon, and there was no sediment in the can. I didn't have to swirl it. Do you remember you used to have to swirl Blue Moon? Like you'd get like the bottles, and they would have like a ton of sediment, and you have to twirl them.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem to be like that, but it's still pretty cloudy, right? I mean, you can't see me through it, right?
Yeah.
Just
I never liked blue. First time Jammer tried to turn me on Blue Moon. Hey, let's get a Blue Moon. We're at the bar. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard about it. I heard of it. I tried that shit. I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting.
So you may have not liked the coriander. There's almost no coriander in this. I don't know if you've had beers with coriander before. It's common in wheat beers,
Belgium.
but yeah, I don't get. Now it's more orange forward. It kind of smells like orange juice. Before it was kind of so coriander kind of has a cloying, kind of spicy smell to it. This is just like really smooth smelling. This kind of smells like an amber wheat lager with like a little orange in it or something. It still has the Belgian yeast though, so I'm getting a little bit of that bubble gum, you know, the banana bubblegum clove kind of profile. But it's smoother. I could see why they reformulated it because I could see like a soccer mom drinking this and thinking that she was all like, "Oh my gosh, look, I'm drinking this amazing craft beer or whatever," right? Like, look at me, I'm so trendy. And they have a Blue Moon Light that they made recently, and I tried that, and oh my god, it was really flavorless. But it's like Blue Moon's attempt at like a low calorie, you know. And then a crazy thing in the Blue Moon sector, Shock Top got bought and they discontinued it, and now they only sell Shock Top Cosmic Blueberry, which is basically. Yeah, you can't find the original Shock Top anymore. If you do, look at the date on it. It's going to probably be old. But the company that bought it released a blueberry version of Shock Top that tastes exactly like. Have you ever had Sunset Wheat from Leinenkugels? It's like their fruity blueberry wheat.
I might have once.
Well, it tastes like it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. So this new Blue Moon one or Shock Top, it just tastes like Fruity Pebbles, but. Shock Top went off the rails. Did you ever see their salted pretzel beer that they did? Shock Top? They had a salted pretzel beer.
No, we did a couple of Shock Tops back in the day, and that was like 2016, 15,
Yeah,
16.
It's been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah. Well, they did a salted pretzel beer, and I swear, and it was like probably really bad for people with high blood pressure or whatever, because it's like alcohol and salt, and it's like you're like, oh, you're just like, yeah, you gotta check your fucking pulse if you have that beer.
My pulse is kind of slow. Usually I'm like boom, 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 boom. It's kind of slow right now. I've been taking these not super beats, but the other beat brand, like a little chewable shit.
I think I've seen those. Yeah. Mega Beats or some kind of beats. Yeah, I've seen those chewable things.
I beat it every day, right?
It's supposed to be good for your pulse and blood pressure. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going kind of slower, and I can barely feel it. That's how slow it's going.
That's good, man. You want it to be slow. You don't want to feel it. If you feel it and it's fast, that means high pulse, high blood pressure. That means you probably just, I
think my higher blood pressure is due to work. The physical stress is leading to mental stress and hence high blood pressure. Hypertension, basically.
Well, Jammer and I are both on high blood pressure medicine. We take the same one. I don't know if you're on high blood pressure medicine too.
I don't take. I'm a firm believer in no.
Jammer and I are both taking lisinopril. It's a high blood pressure medication.
Like a keister, I'm not taking it.
That's probably for the better, because once you take those for a while, it's hard to get off of them.
Yeah, my mother is she was on one, she got off, she's back on another one now. But
all right.
Yeah, I'd rather die than take medication. Take vitamins.
I'm the same way, but I kind of caved on the high blood pressure stuff because my doctor's like, do you want to like have a stroke and become disabled? And I'm like, no.
Cut down on this, huh? Because there's been plenty of times me and Jammer do some beer reviews, 3, 4, 5 beer reviews, and I wake up, my fucking blood, my pulse rate, boom, 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 boom. I'm waking up and the shit's like thumping, you know?
You know, that happens to me too. It's because
I can hear it in my ears, like do do. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. I'm laying on
so alcohol reduces blood pressure when you drink, but it's a vasoconstrictor. So it's a vasodilator means it's a substance that lowers your blood pressure. Right. A vasoconstrictor means it raises it. So what happens is that when you initially drink, it lowers your pulse and your blood pressure. But once you're not drunk anymore,
it goes up.
It goes up, and it's also partly due to dehydration. So you can counter that if you So I have but also electrolytes. So alcohol depletes your magnesium and your potassium, which both control heart rate. So I have a powder because like Gatorades are like fucking like they got like 36 grams of sugar in them or whatever, you know. Like so instead I have this sugar-free electrolyte mix. And I drink. I do that right when I go to bed and right when I wake up, and I can counter that. But just think about it: like magnesium and potassium, they control your heart rate, and alcohol specifically depletes those. That's why I have a banana every morning. I have a protein shake and a banana. That's my breakfast because I want to get that potassium in. And then at night, so magnesium relaxes you. It relaxes your muscles. It also helps with muscle tension and pain. So it's best to do magnesium at night.
Isn't it amazing with potassium though? I mean, that's what they use in the lethal injection, high amount of it to stop the heart.
Oh, yeah. So you're thinking of sodium potassium, which is different though.
Oh.
So sodium potassium is different from regular potassium. But check this out, bro. Look at these guys.
Sodium.
I got this from Walmart. This was like $7 at Walmart. Look at this guy. Magnesium citrate, 250 milligrams. I'm telling you, dude. So the serving size is 500, but they say online you can do 1,000. And you do 1,000 milligrams of this magnesium, it relaxes you, dude. It's like taking I used to like muscle relaxants when I was younger because I had a buddy that got somas, which they don't even make somas anymore. Did you know that somas went extinct? Do you remember those?
No.
Well, there was a drug called somas. It's like have you ever heard of Quaaludes?
Quaaludes, yeah, I heard of Quaaludes.
I think Soma's like related to Quaaludes in the drug family tree.
I love it.
But if you don't like to take pills, which you don't, magnesium's a great natural muscle relaxant. But you don't want to take it before work or something because it's going to make you tired. It's also a natural laxative, so it will make you, depending on how much you take, it will make you take a shit.
Always healthy.
So also very bad before the beginning of a work shift.
Right.
You don't want to take magnesium and then 2 hours later you're like, oh, I got to take a shit. But I take it in the middle of the night because I kind of like that morning dump. You know, you have your coffee, which I don't drink coffee, I drink tea. But you know that morning dump, it kind of helps facilitate that. And it helps with anxiety. And do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and you can't fall back asleep?
Sometimes. It's the middle of the day usually.
Oh, well, yeah. With your work schedule, you take some magnesium, man, it just boom relaxes you, and it's a natural substance. It's just a mineral.
You know, Jammer, I was a Jammerfan.
Yeah.
I was watching one of yours and Jammer's videos a couple weeks ago, and I was like, holy shit, that video went like an hour and a half long. Nobody's watching that whole thing. I did, but I was probably the only one.
I think the people that watch this channel are dedicated fans because honestly, like there have been a lot of videos you guys have had lately where I've watched. You guys have you and Jammer had done some videos, and the reason I didn't comment, I always made sure to like and try to watch as much of it as I could. But it's a different experience when you're just watching it as a viewer and you don't have any effect. You know, like if I started commenting, you guys would be like commenting on my comment and stuff.
Yeah, that's only thing I hate about live videos. We gotta stop.
Yeah,
I don't mind it, but sometimes it's like, yeah.
I just enjoyed seeing you guys, man. And what's nice too is that if I wasn't available to watch it, then I would still save it and go back to it. So I really liked the videos that you guys have been drinking some fire beers. Dude, you guys have been drinking some really good beers, man.
Yeah.
I think there was maybe a couple in there that were duds that weren't the greatest, but mostly you guys have been drinking really good beer.
Yeah. I mean, there's one liquor store I go to, I find a lot of Georgia craft beers. So, I mean.
In fact, probably the worst beer I've seen you guys review is the one you just reviewed, the that shitty watermelon strawberry coconut beer, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah. Dude, every time I have a beer with watermelon, it sucks. There's only a few occasions where, and to me, a watermelon beer is only good if you highlight just the watermelon only.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like malts and then watermelon, and that's all you get. Watermelon's a weird flavor, dude. I mean, to me, the first time I had watermelon, I was like, this tastes like a fucking shoe. I hated it. I hated watermelon as a kid. I hated it.
There's probably a couple like the Modelo Chiladas. I think there's one watermelon.
Yeah, they make a good watermelon one.
And there might be one or two that are like that are okay, because mostly watermelon and kind of light.
Yeah.
But.
The best beer I ever had was New Belgium. It doesn't make it anymore, but they made it's called Heavy Melon, and it had like a bass and a guitar on the front of it, and it was watermelon and lime. I will say lime, and maybe that's why they did a chilada. Any kind of lime you have with watermelon, it makes it way better. But you add strawberry and coconut to watermelon, I mean, that's just going to taste like shit. Like they were doomed from the fucking beginning, man.
I was tasting the strawberry and the coconut at first, and the watermelon was coming up. So that's why I was thinking, wow, there's some chemical taste behind that. But it was the watermelon. Yeah. It's like after a while, wait, that's the watermelon. Holy shit.
I knew it. When you said something, I was like, it's the fucking watermelon. Because you had forgot about the watermelon. You were like talking about the strawberry. You were like, it tastes like strawberry and coconut, but like you're like, there's a weird flavor that's fucking this up. And I was like, that's why you messaged. I'm like, it's the fucking watermelon, dude. It's fucking
yeah. And you remind me. I was like, oh yeah, it is the watermelon. It's not a
I was like, dude, it's the fucking watermelon, man. It's fucking your shit up.
Your little things on your hoodie there. I keep thinking your hair is like almost a couple of times. I was like, oh, is your hair that long? No, it's your.
Oh no, it's getting long though, dude. It's bottom of the neck, and I honestly haven't washed it in a couple days. It's so dry here in Colorado that like. It's funny. My mom had a shower cap when I was a kid, and I was like, why do you wear a shower cap? And she's like, I don't want to get my hair wet. And now that I have long hair, I understand that like if it's dry and you wash it too much, it just gets all brittle. But if I go a couple of days without washing it, it gets greasy. So right now I'm in like 50s greaser mode. It's like my hair, it'll get like, dude, like right now it's like thin and greasy, but if I wash it and condition it, dude, it's all like puffy and I look like a 70s fucking like, it makes me look like a 70s folk singer.
You should make sure you get some rosemary oil in there.
Oh, I'll throw some rosemary oil in there. But right now it's kind of the Guido, like I look like, hey, you owe the mafia some money, Shagdog. You owe us a little marinara. We gave you some tomatoes, and you didn't give the marinara back. If you get my drift, you owe us $10,000. Is what I'm saying. Like, when I say marinara, I mean you owe us $10,000.
Like dinero.
Yeah. Here's my De Niro. I've actually tried to do a De Niro. So here's here's De Niro talking about selling.
You're talking to me? Okay.
Well, this is De Niro trying to sell fish to a middle school, like trying to get hooked on fish. Like, first, what you do? Here's what you do. First of all, you start off with the cod. You go to the middle school. You just drop off some cod. You put it there. The fish sticks. Kids love that. They start eating the cod. Then that's when we get in. We start supplying them with high value salmon and other fish that are of value. And then all of a sudden, now we got 75% of the market, 80%. You got the salmon. You're doing the salmon. You're doing it. You're selling it. We got the kids hooked. The parents, now they have to buy the fish. Now we're in it. We got money. We're giving money to the family. We're paying our things.
Yeah, it's definitely not De Niro, but it's somebody else though.
Shit. Well,
you're too deep voice and yeah.
I gave it the college try. I saw you holding your fate. You're like, oh God, this is awful. That's why I said I wasn't going to do any impressions. But it sounds at least.
It sounds
It sounds like a mafia guy, right? It's a mafia guy at least.
It's like a deep voice mafia guy, but not De Niro. I mean, he has a little bit of a deep voice, but not he has certain ways he does stuff.
That happens to some of my impressions. Sometimes Julie is like, you're going too deep, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't. Like my Nicolas Cage, I go real high with
what
it.
She said, right?
Yeah.
You're going too deep.
Jesus.
Forget about it.
Hey, in my experience, going deep is
when you
that
go
helps
deep
out.
in that fish, forget about it. Huh? You talking to me? You're talking to me? All right.
Well, shit. You're making me feel better about myself now, Shagdog. Thanks for like. Impressions are hard, man. I just like them because they're actually really good for your larynx. Anytime you make your voice, it actually can help you avoid getting cancer in your larynx because what it does is it's contorting and stuff. It's increasing blood flow to that area, and it just overall makes your immune system. You know, anytime you increase blood flow somewhere, you're just getting more of the immune system response.
Molecules moving around.
Molecules.
Forget about it. You got the molecules with the linguine and the linguine with the molecules.
Nice, man. Nice. I can't even clap back at that. I can't even. That was good, man. I feel like I'm watching fucking. I feel like I'm watching fucking Goodfellas over here.
When you got like deep throating it with some molecules and your vocal cords are vibrating. Hey, forget about it.
You're the Shag Father. Like I would never do anything to disrespect the Shag Father. The Shag Father. He knows. You know. He left New York for, you know, the tender shores of the Carolinas.
Yeah. The tender shores. I wish I was in the shores.
Yeah, no. He got oceanfront property in South Carolina. Actually, there is ocean. Isn't there? No, technically not, right? Does Carolina touch the ocean at all or no?
You can't see that. The sky is very blue out there, but you can't see it with that angle. But the ocean touched all the Carolinas, South Carolina, North Carolina.
Really? Oh, I didn't know it hit the north.
North Carolina, you got the something banks. You know. South Carolina, you got of course Myrtle Beach, that area, which is north part of South Carolina on the coast. Going down to you got Charleston, of course, south part of South Carolina. But what the hell's the name of that one place? It's a place everybody likes. Shit, I can't remember the name. I haven't been to. I've been to Myrtle Beach once, but that was back in 1991 when I was in AIT in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. We went to Myrtle Beach for the day. I got incriminating pictures of my drill sergeants. Got arms around girls in the AIT, and the girls got their arms around them. And actually, I had a drill sergeant when I was in Panama. They said, "Yeah, we got some drill sergeant Dozier coming down from Fort Jackson." I'm like, "Hey, I had one of the drill sergeants was drill sergeant Dozier."
Yeah. Sure enough, before I recycle this, for any beer heads out there, I'm trying to show the ingredients. I guess my camera's not working. The ingredients is water, barley malt, wheat, yeast, hop, coriander, orange peel, hop extract. So it does have coriander in it. That's what I wanted to highlight, but I can't taste it. It used to be really coriander. You know, if you didn't like the old Blue Moon, I feel like all the beers are going to. So all the macro craft, you know what I mean by macro craft? It's like the heavily produced like legacy craft brands. They're all going to easy to drink. This is just way easier to drink than the original Blue Moon. Like the original Blue Moon actually had some character.
I'll try.
And so the original Blue Moon did have some of that. And I know you don't like this, like the medicinal Band-Aid character, you know, when you're like, this is medicinal or I smell Band-Aid. You know what I mean? Like Belgian beers can take on. It's the I guess the phenols. Is that a thing in beer?
There's a Band-Aid on a German's nut.
Band-Aid on a German's nut. Yeah, that'll get you going. But it's easier drinking. It's still 5.4%. I checked the cans. I don't know. Easy drinking for 5.4.
Yeah, Yuengling. I love Yuengling because it's all right. Amber lager, you know, it's easy drinking amber lager. I like it. Yeah. I give this beer, I don't know if I graded it earlier, but I give it a C plus and a sword or a swallow and a quarter.
So Blue Moon, the new version, at least I got to review a beer I've never technically had, which is nice. Normally I'm drinking like fucking like Miller High Life or something, and you drinking Miller High Life for the 900th time, and I'm like, yeah. Or usually it's Labatt Blue, but with the tariffs, I might not be able to get my sweet Canadian beer anymore. Shagdog, I may have to switch to a
15%
domestic.
tariff. Oh, you'll be able to get it, but you could be paying a high price.
Fuck that. So right now I can get it for $16.99 a 30-pack. So if it goes above that, I'm just gonna go grab some Bush, which I can get for $17.99 at Walmart.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me sad, Shagdog, that I have to drink such shitty beers sometimes. But fucking Bidenomics. I mean, Trumponomics. But he's only been in for a week, so I can't blame him yet. Yeah. I can't blame him yet, but I'll be complaining soon.
I'll give it 2 months at least. 2 months.
All right. 2 months, I'll be complaining soon.
I don't think prices are going to go down that much. Only thing prices are going to go down in is if you get with the energy stuff, oil prices down, trucking companies transporting stuff, prices down. That might bring a little bit off, but these people aren't going to bring the prices back down like they were in 2020 or anything. But
I just don't want it to go up. I'll be happy if that just doesn't go up.
Yeah. I'd be happy.
And I don't think that Mexico and Canada are going to accept the tariffs. I think they're going to capitulate and they're going to be like, never mind, we'll do whatever you want. Because it will, dude, we can hold out longer than they can. It will fucking wreck those motherfuckers if we do that,
Yeah, especially little countries like Colombia or something. That'll really wreck them.
Yeah. So I give Trump credit.
Besides the cocaine.
Small credit for that. But I'll rate this beer. You know what? I'm going to go B plus and a Swarter for Blue Moon. The new Blue Moon, I think you would like, Shagdog. I think you would like it. It's easy drinking. I would say it's expensive for what it is. I paid $3.49 for a 19.2 ounce. Have you seen those tall? They're called stovepipe cans. They're taller. They're skinnier and they're taller than like a pint. Like they're more than a pint, but they're not a 25 ounce. The Voodoo Rangers are usually sold in that format of the.
Yeah. If I can find one, I'll buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would mix things up for you a little bit. I think it's way better than what you had before. But I know you classically don't like wheat beers, though.
Well, there's some wheat beers I like, German ones, like some Berliner Weiss or even the Dunkelweisens or whatever. There's some I like. A lot of American wheat beers made. Some of them are okay, but Blue Moon and Belgian wheat beers in particular, I don't like at all.
Yeah. I would think, and it's actually a bad mark on the beer because what's funny is I would give old school Blue Moon like a B minus because it's cloying with the bubble gum and coriander flavor, but they dumbed it down. But in this case, because if you have as much money as Blue Moon, you can pay a team of scientists to make there's beer scientists out there. They take tests and they look at the molecules and they know how much yeast and everything's in there. So somebody in a lab created this new Blue Moon.
But again, if you picked 5 different beer scientists, you'd have a different outcome of that. Yeah.
The human factor, right? Because there's human biases. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have, but whatever beer scientists they chose made this. It's not as craft beer forward as the old Blue Moon.
Do you believe in beer science?
Oh, do you believe in beer science? But this is a good place to finish up because I just got a notification on my phone that I set some alarms for stuff I have to get done today. So I unfortunately will not be able to continue on our adventure, Shagdog. But it's been fun. If you keep going, I will watch, but I can no longer participate because I have.
Tell my sister Julia I said hello.
Your sister Julia. All right, she officially has a new brother-in-law. I will tell her that. His son-in-law. You're more of a Pauly Shore. You're more of a son-in-law. I'll say she's got a new son.
When I was sending a message, I said Dooley, and it came out Julie. I don't know if you talked about Julie.
Yeah, I saw that.
What the hell?
No, I was like Dooley. I knew what you were talking about, but
Yeah, I said Dooley twice, but the second time it came out Julie. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. I knew what you were saying. I didn't want to bust your balls over it, but dude, it's been fun doing a video with you, man. I like last month. It's been about 30 days, but last month I did a video with Jammer. It was really fun.
I saw it. Yeah.
So it's nice to catch up with you guys. I will be better on social media. I'm like responding to you and not sending you harassing messages and stuff. I'll try to be better.
All right. No more Obama messages.
Yeah. I mean, Obama loves you. Just know that every night you go to sleep. Obama is sending a little prayer to Shagdog. You're like, he's like, Michelle.
Like the Obama fairy?
No. Michelle, tell Shagdog he's my favorite liberal. Michelle, also, my favorite movie is Die Hard. My favorite bit about Obama I do is he's a really big fan of Die Hard because he likes the non-negotiable Barabons. Michelle, Die Hard, my favorite movie. Oh, Hans Gruber, non-negotiable Barabons. Very good investment.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck you, Dave. But no, it's I admitted my name's Dave. I am Jammerfan, but my name's also Dave. Woo, I'm gonna get doxxed now. People are gonna hunt me down, man.
Dave.
They're going to hunt me down. They're going to look for somebody named Dave. It's a really rare name.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
But anyways, bro, like I will watch more. You should do more videos. You should get that cake beer out, man. I want to see the Southern Tier cake beer. I just can't participate.
Yes, coffee cake. What's that? Tasty cake.
Tasty cake. Your tasty coffee. Yeah, you're dunking it in the fucking coffee. Do that, bro. You got to do it. I want to see it. Otherwise, I'm just going to listen to a podcast or something. I would rather listen to another because I've got a bunch of chores I have to do that are on like a timer. Like
I'm gonna do that beer review, Jammer, just for you.
Do it just for me, thank you. Because I have a time. One of my timers, Shagdog, is Julia loves me, but if I don't do chores and this place looks like a fucking pile of shit in here,
do your chores. Yeah,
I have to. I have to. Yeah, you drink, I'll chore. Like boom, I'll slave away while you're drinking. There you go. But I got a pretty good buzz, man.
When I get home from work, I set aside, if I have to really do chores, okay, I'm going to do an hour when I get home from work.
And I'll be honest with you, dude, I got this. Do you think $1.99 is a good price for a Bud Ice 25 ouncer?
25? Yeah. I mean, today's day and age.
I mean, at a grocery store, at an expensive grocery store.
Yeah. $1.99, pretty good.
I mean, that's $1 per beer, but they're throwing you an extra ounce. It's not 24. Budweiser's throwing you an extra ounce of garbage.
For free, basically.
For free. They're like, here's our trash. Take an extra ounce of garbage.
$1 for a beer and an extra ounce for free, yeah.
Yeah, but at least they're, it's better than the fucking import beers that are 11.2 ounces. Have you ever had the 11.2 ounce?
Oh, yeah. I wish Bud would come out with Bud Dry renewal for a little bit, just for 1 year or one.
Bud
month.
Dry was badass from what I remember.
Yeah, I wish they'd have a dry month and Michelob and Bud, all of them come out with their dry beers for 1 month.
Yeah, it'd be dry January, but you couldn't do it in January. You'd have to say dry February, because everybody's drinking again in February, but it's dry beers. It's not going dry. I think you just invented dry February, Shagdog. I think you got a thing going, man.
Probably.
All right. Well, you need to immediately, because I'm going to be doing dishes in about 5 minutes from now. Right. You need to fucking fire up that fucking cake and coffee beer, and I'll be with you in spirit. I'll comment. I'll be watching. I will still comment, but I need my faculties. I need to be able to dish. I need to be able to dish. And I'll be able to get my dish on. All right. Brother, Captain Shagdog, you were in the military. I'm saluting you.
I had to do it right. I was almost doing a German.
Yeah, you don't want to do the Elon Musk. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I got an arm cramp. Shagdog, my arm is cramping up. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on. I hope this never comes up in a job interview. Like they do facial recognition and you have the glasses on, so it's kind of shielding you. But my full face is gonna get face fucked by fucking facial recognition. If they're gonna see me going, they're gonna be like, "Hey, we want to hire you, but we want to show you this clip," and I'm like, "Shagdog, Shagdog,
hey,
Shagdog."
You gotta come back here to get
I'm making it worse too. They're going to be like, "Why did you continue?" I'm going to be like, "Why did you acknowledge the fact that this is going to be in the future and then continue?"
I said in Jammer all those videos all the time, like a cat falling down and the cat's arm goes out like this. And it
Yes.
plays that German music because the funny thing, many years ago, Jammer was like, the numbers don't jive. He was drunk. He's like, the numbers don't jive about the Holocaust. And I was like, what the hell you mean the numbers don't jive? Just that's too many. There's no way they. So me and my girl were like, what? Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we're at 59 minutes and 30 seconds. It's perfect to get this under an hour. Let's keep this video under an hour.
Swallow beer review. Take care.
Sig heal.
Sig drink. We'll see you on the next one.